Hi Maggie, how are you doing?
Hi Kieran, I'm great. How are you?
Very good. Enjoying the beautiful weather.
That's good, that's good. Well, we've got some questions in about the show that we're going to go through and answer. Are you up for that?
Super. So the first question is, did you grow up in an old house or where did you get your love of old houses from? From Susan in Cork.
Great question. Yeah, I did grow up in an old house. If you remember from the show, the cottage in Ballydaly near Mill Street, the little two up, two down, that's the kind of house I grew up in. So that definitely was a huge factor in me liking old houses from the very start.
Very good.
Is it easy to get planning permission for any renovations or extensions to old homes?
Yeah, renovations are straightforward enough as long as you're not hugely changing the character of the building or any works to the front elevation. Extensions, normally speaking, you can put an extension to the back of your building as long as it can't be seen from the front for 400 square feet or about 40 square meters, single story. Anything beyond that probably requires planning permission, but generally planners are fairly sympathetic because they want to see old houses lived in and they understand you might need to extend them a little bit for modern day living. And here's one for you, Maggie. So how much of the work on your old farmhouse did you do yourself and where did you start? From Carl in Dublin.
My main thing was getting the chimney rebuilt so I could get the house weather tight. So get the slates back on the roof and the flashing and all done. And then for me, it was just getting windows and doors put back in so there wasn't animals and stuff coming in and out. You know, getting the chimneys cleaned out so I could get fires lit and start drying the place out. Okay, so this is a great one from Maria in Leitrim. Now, I know you're a builder yourself, so I want an honest opinion on this one, okay? For a self-build, do you recommend going direct labour or fixed contract?
I suppose it depends on how immersed you want to get into the project yourself. If you use a building contractor, the building contractor will do a lot of the work and a lot of the organisation work, and he takes a lot of the risk as well for some of the costs that'll be fluctuating during the building works. If you do direct labour, you have a lot more work to do. Now, you have a lot more, you'll see a lot more of the invoice and a lot more of the cost, but you'll be exposed to more of the risk. So it depends on what way you view it.
Good, okay.
What house has been your favourite over the course of the series? That's from Stephen in Dublin.
I was leaning a bit towards the one near Doonbeg, but I think when I actually look at it with my thinking cap on, I would have to go for a cheaper one. And I mean, that was nearly 80,000. There was one up in Mayo that was 39,000. And I mean, it had a lot of the character that the Doonbeg one had, but it just wasn't all exposed and it wasn't all sitting out there ready to see. So, I mean, that one for 39,000, if you can get any house for 39,000 that has a toilet and has water and has land and has a roof, I think you're definitely on to a bit of a winner there. What about you, Kieran? What was your favourite?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the house in Doonbeg, Maggie. I loved that house. As soon as we walked into that kitchen area, I thought that was incredible.
Okay, so Sive in County Meath wants to know, is it easy to find good tradesmen to carry out special worker jobs on these old country homes?
That's a very good question. I suppose it really comes down to what you're looking to do. So if it's something like putting slates on a roof, I mean, that's reasonably straightforward and there's a lot of good slaters out there. But if it's something very specialised like putting on a thatched roof, I mean, trying to find thatchers is a job in itself and they can be booked up months and months in advance. So it really depends on what you're looking to do. What would you think, Maggie?
Yeah, I mean, definitely for me, when I moved in here, word of mouth was the way I found the tradesmen that I used. You know, nothing is going to be talking to people in your community, working with tradesmen who are really familiar with the vernacular architecture in your area.
Well, Maggie, here's definitely one for you from Tony in Cork. Have you checked in with any of the couples that are featured on the show?
I have actually, and Steph, Nick and Mary are standing by right now to give us an update. How have you been getting on with your search?
Yeah, good. I suppose with lockdown still on, you know, we haven't really got any further. We haven't travelled to see the houses.
Yeah, we've just been looking at the pictures again and looking at the videos back and doing our best to just to kind of dig into them as much as we possibly can. But yeah, I mean the one in near Doonbeg it's such a beaut with the flagstones.
Yeah, and I think now the whole country will think the same thing because you really sold it on the TV show.
yeah. It'll be going for 1.5 million or something.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm delighted to hear that you were so positive about that one now. Absolutely brilliant. And you better let me know if you get that out.
Yeah.
Oh, we will. We'll have you in for a cup of tea.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and thanks a million, guys. I mean, it was great.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was really great.
Hi Mary, how are you?
Lovely to see you again.
So we're all dying to hear if you've any update on your search for us.
We've heard that there's a few places nearby going to come up down in like a week or two. I think because of the lockdown, I think it's more after June 8th that you can kind of officially go to see houses, I suppose.
Great. Well, that's lovely to hear. I'm glad you're still searching, and the best of luck with the rest of it.
Thanks very much. It's been really eye-opening, I think.
It was great catching up with them again.
Oh, it certainly was.
Well, we may keep in touch now as well, now that this is all over, so I'll chat to you again soon.
Very good, Maggie. I look forward to hearing from you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Energia, the power behind your cozy home.